Welcome back, Candle Boys. Today we're checking out the newest episode of Gachiakuta, another training arc. How'd you feel?
Man, Rudo really thought that his boy Gris died, man.
Yeah, they gaslit him, bro. He said pay respects to Gris. What you talking about?
Yeah, they even thought, they made me think that he died.
For sure.
I was like, yo, come on, man. He was perfectly fine the episode before. I mean, he was perfectly fine, but
I was saying
he was awake.
He was getting healed.
Yeah.
You
know?
So here's the thing. This man Gris, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like right now he kind of getting set up to be a real fan favorite. Because just like his mannerisms and the way he knows how to talk to people, like he just always says the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like he's really got that, like his character archetype is just fire. You know what I mean?
I agree.
I think at some point they are gonna kill this man. Like he's too good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's too solid of a guy. You know what I'm saying? But after like Rudo goes in there, Gris really gives him a pep talk and explains like, hey, like end of the day, like I didn't lose that talisman for no reason, right? If it was able to be of help to you, and honestly even help save my life, then like I'm not sad about it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that message ends up tying into later in the episode when we start really learning about how Rudo's powers work, right? I think Rudo, from his perspective, like his powers are just like abilities. You know what I mean? He never really like thought about like why are they manifesting in the way that they are, because for pretty much everyone else's vital instruments, they pretty much are an extension of who they are as a person, right? Like all of their values end up being driven into this item that they then use as a weapon. But like for Rudo, because he could just grab whatever, he just felt like he could just turn anything into like a weapon, when like that kind of goes against his whole character as a person. But I think he was just too blinded by just like the flashiness of his powers to really like think about like, well, like why would this even work, right? Why can I do this compared to everybody else who has to have a specific thing? And they really helped break it down for him like on some scientific shit. It was pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Especially Mr. Renji. Sorry, that's not his name, but I call him Renji because he be losing every fight. The stick man.
Gosh, it starts with a Z.
Yeah.
Is Zabka or Zavka?
I'm calling him Renji. Zabka. If you watch Bleach, you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Somebody who tries to aura farm and just gets whooped every time. It's almost like the authors uses characters like that to like show you how tough somebody is. You know what I mean? Because that's what they would always do in Bleach. Renji would pull up, you know what I'm saying, after a training arc, boy would have a fresh fit, pull out a Zanpakuto toe, do some crazy shit, and then get waxed. And then you're like,
so Piccolo.
Yeah. Piccolo might be the OG. It's honestly, we gotta see how much aura this dude has, because Renji got hella aura, gets waxed all the time. Piccolo got hella aura, gets waxed all the time. Hey, you thinking right now.
This man's hating on him, though.
You thinking. No, but that's how it is. You gotta have a fresh fit, bro. He needs to step his style up.
I also think he's the perfect trainer for Rudo, though.
No, he really is, because I feel like his connection to his weapon, like he's really thought about it more than I feel like everybody else has. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
Because like when everybody was like, they handed him like a clean, like perfectly intact dagger, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it just wouldn't work. But then as soon as they handed him a pile of trash, homie was just printing weapons.
Yep, but that also makes sense for like his flashback with his dad a long time ago when he went to run to the trash and he picked something out that he was like, this didn't deserve to be here. And
100%. He finds the value in things that other people
throw away.
Discarded. Yeah. That's really what it is. So anything that's already perfectly usable isn't going to work with his powers. So I was like, that makes perfect sense. We find out he has a limit though. It's like 2. Well, he did 3 things. He did like a protractor, a kettlebell, and like a doll. And then he passed out.
So 2.
Oh yeah, that might be hey, this man's thinking. But the thing is, though, is we find out that essentially once he's created these objects, they don't just disappear like after a set amount of time. They have to actually get used. Yeah. So I'm like, at this point, is he just gonna have like a bag of just crap?
So wait, they have to be used and like sent to the afterlife, basically.
Yeah, because he brings out their full potential for a short amount of time until they've pretty much like achieved their goal. And then that's when they turn to ash, right? Because the reason the other thing disappeared is because he thought he had defeated homie. He felt safe. But then obviously
I think that's the one thing that does suck about that moveset. Is like, what if you actually get something that you really, really like, and then that just gets...
See, but here's the thing. Depending on the object it is, he could probably still attribute the powers he wants on it if he just finds something similar. So like he could like if you really think about it, Rudo is so busted because if he knows what your abilities are, he can literally just grab some bullshit and be like, "This counters you."
I know. I'm just saying. Like, what if he wants to use like a weapon though that he really likes though? You know, he only's going to be able to use it once. You know, technically, 100%. Unless there's multiple of that same exact thing. Right? I mean, yeah, that'd be cool. That's
just get a whole bunch of rusted daggers.
Yeah,
and just have 10 of them. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like Rudo's powers, at least based off how he used it when he fought the Raider dude, I'm like, he literally was like, you know what? I'm gonna grab this thing because homie always prays for us to be safe with this talisman, and then he turned it into his weapon, and all of a sudden you can't hit him. That's so broken. He perfectly countered his opponent. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is like kind of scary about Rudo. Like if Rudo was a villain, he'd be problematic. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Because all he would have to do is just send his henchmen to fight y'all, see what y'all can do, be like, okay, bro. And then he just go have like 10 weapons pre-made the day before and go wax y'all one weapon at a time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the potential it looks like he has, especially since his weapons don't disappear.
That's if they're running 1v1s though.
That's true.
If they're not doing that, they jump at him. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do all that.
That's also fair. But we don't know if this like limit he has is like he can only do 3 ever.
I think it's for now.
Or is it like, no, but they don't disappear. So what if he does 3 a day? You starting to see what I'm talking about. He could just mass produce weapons, bro. Like, he can just be ready, bro.
No, I understand. I think that's what will happen in the future for sure. I think he'll pass that 2-3 threshold for sure.
No, but I'm saying, even if he doesn't, let's say he's hard capped at 2 or 3, but it's per day because they don't disappear.
What? So you're saying like he only uses it 2 times a day?
Yeah, but he doesn't use the weapons. He just keeps creating new ones.
Making them, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I guess. I mean, I don't know what that will really matter, though, in a sense.
Well, I'm saying, think about it from this perspective. If he already knows what your abilities are, and there's 50 people in your organization, he can legit just be like, make a weapon for each of y'all that counters each person.
Which I understand, but he's not going to be able to use all of those at once if they all.
You don't need to. He just got to find you with the weapon. If
he
has the weapon he needs on him,
but the cleaners aren't going to just go alone. You should know that.
Of course,
nobody goes alone.
Of course they don't. Well, then you make one to counter each team. Then
I mean, maybe that'll work.
This is what I would do if I was Rudo. Okay, I'm gonna make one of these Jinky. I'm gonna make one of them into a pocket dimension. Okay, where I can store stuff. And then when I see the person I need to back up, I'm like, "Is that John? Yeah, I got something for you."
That's funny.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm just saying, like, Rudo has that kind of potential right now. I just feel like he's not thinking right, man. He's still trying to like get to the sphere and stuff, which we did skip something. The
captain?
Boss.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
Black.
This is a 10 out of 10 episode.
A black man.
Off the design alone, I was like, hey. I thought they was already cooking with homegirl at the front desk, okay? That's hard. I was like, okay, that's a really cool, well done black character. Then we see Jabawonga. I was like, King Bon. Okay, that's hard too. Boss, hey, you got me. This might be the GOAT representation of black characters in anime that I've ever seen so far.
Yeah, you don't see this often.
I can't really think of a better one, bro.
You don't see it often.
And the crazy thing too is like off the aura, because they told us like no one even knows what his vital instrument is, bro. What's going on with him? I have questions.
I think that's why he goes on those missions alone on purpose.
Who is he fighting?
He makes sure no one's around on purpose when he uses.
Nobody survives.
Well, obviously.
But let's lock in for me real quick, okay? Because this don't even sound right. I have a theory. I think he's the head of the cleaners
and the Raiders. That's not bad.
Hey,
but
Jabawonga.
But what we saw at the end, though,
you're right.
His daddy might be up in here running the Raiders too.
You're right. Because here's the thing.
I don't know.
His uncle or his stepfather or foster father rather gave him the gloves though.
Correct.
But this man has the exact same series of clothing or whatever as Rudo.
Yes.
And they were trying to like, I don't even think the cleaners understand what the serious thing is. So I don't know. Here's the thing. There's a lot going on with this man, okay? Because let's just assume that's his father. We know his dad did something weird with his hands. Or his hands look like freaking, I don't even know, hollow claws or something. Like, homie's hands are jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why he needs gloves. But then him coincidentally getting these gloves and then taking care of these gloves, which are like apparently like almost like perfect for a giver. Right? Like based off of the way the Raiders were like, yo, why do you even have that in particular? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That just sounds too sus. Like, what was his uncle doing? What was his dad doing? I feel like there's so much more going on here than what they're giving. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because he was in the sphere, and I don't think he's the only person in the sphere who like genuinely like cared about certain things, right? Apparently, there's no givers in the sphere. Why is that?
I don't have an answer for
exactly. That's where it throws me off. You know what I'm saying? Because you would think like his uncle even told him like, yeah, if you like an object enough, like they can give it a soul. Why do you know that? Something's going on, bro. Because we find out that the reason that they're trying to find Rudo is because they're trying to find a way to pretty much go from being on underground to the sphere. But for some reason, there's like some sort of barrier where most people who try to traverse it, whether from the bottom up or from the sphere down, die trying to cross that barrier. But Rudo, for sure, for some reason, survived it. So there's a lot going on here that I feel like the mysteries in the show are trying to like kind of like figure out, but at the same time, they just are having it's like we have all the pieces, but like the one piece that's missing is just like out of everybody's reach.
And I think they need to talk to that girl first to find out.
That is true.
If she's still alive.
And I'm like, how did he even know about that?
You're right. Why does he know that?
You know what I'm saying? Like, the boss is too suspicious.
Or he is the lady.
Imagine they get there, it's just him. It's my part-time job, y'all.
Like, this is where I go on my missions that I'm by myself. I watch people
here. Yeah. I don't know, man. But apparently Engine's going to go with him, which is going to be good. And I guess we'll get to see like kind of him get to like pretty much do like some live action training. Because the cleaners are also trying to like study the trash beast, especially since they found this new one on that last mission that had a vital instrument at its core. So it's going to be interesting. I feel like there's going to be a lot going on in this area, especially now that we know it's going to be them versus trash beast versus the Raiders. So I can't wait. I feel like the setup is there.
Yeah, I thought it was only going to be the trash beast versus them the whole time. But
yeah.
I was wrong.
Straight squabbles now, man. But we gonna see, man, because yeah, this episode brought so many theories to light where I'm like, this is going to be crazy. But yeah, Rudo's busted though. I think once he does a little bit of training, because they said that his body can't handle his gloves right now.
Yeah,
he's going to be crazy. You know, because if he can make multiple, what if he can use multiple at once? We really have no idea.
That might be a game changer,
bro. Like, imagine he's like geared out in vital instruments.
Yeah, that might be lethal.
Yeah,
that might be lethal.
I don't know, man. I'm excited though. This episode, 10 for me. How about you?
10 out of 10. Let's try it again, man.
Nah, straight up, man. Other than that, man, y'all like, comment down below. Let us know what y'all thought of this episode. I thought it was pretty fire. If y'all have any theories, definitely hit us up about that because I'm really intrigued right now. But aside from that, like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch y'all. Peace.